So Cane Bay is in itself a mostly typical middle class neighborhood. And of course, those families and those people have lots of felt needs that we've been able to, with our missional communities, step in and make a difference to. So missional community is a group of 12 to 15 people. It looks a lot like a normal small group that you would see at a church. The big difference is they have a dedicated mission that they feel called to, that they are passionate about, to express Jesus to those people on that mission.
Thrive is a ministry of Journey Church for single moms. We meet every other Sunday and we have a meal together. We become family, emotional support, financial support, however we need to help each other.
My wife and I lead a missional community that serves Eagle Harbor Ranch Boys Home, and it's a group home for boys in foster care, age about 10 through 18. And there are 2 homes there. Each home houses 8 boys, so 16 boys total, and then each house has house parents that serve in each home. So my wife and I, we're foster parents, so we have been for about 7 years now, so we know that there's a huge need for foster parents, and there are a lot of kids that are in the system. But what we realize is that they need somebody consistent in their lives, and that's kind of the beauty of missional communities, is each missional community and Church at Cane Bay focuses on one specific consistent mission all the time, and just serving in that one spot over and over and over.
So my wife and I lead a pretty new missional community. It's been around for 1 year in our church that's called our foster care missional community, and we have 2 main goals. And one is that we can be a support and an encouragement to our existing foster families in our community, that we can build relationships with them and get to know them. Number 2, that we can promote foster care in our community, that we have so many wonderful homes in our community and families who have extra rooms and space, and we want to see them engaged in foster care and engaged in helping. So our church was able to use the COVID-19 Serve community funds just to help our groups, our missional communities, continue the work that they were doing, specifically as we were working in foster care and serving at Eagle Harbor Boys Ranch, and as we were able to engage in our local schools and to love on single moms in our community.
Some of the special needs that came up from COVID-19 were that all of a sudden several of the moms were suddenly unemployed. And when you're a one-income house, a lot of times you're already living check to check. The need for groceries became a very big need. Without even having to ask for help, the church at Cane Bay's MC, they notified me that they wanted to be the ones to help provide groceries. And this was such a huge blessing, especially to the moms who are not employed, who I know one of them has 4 kids. And to see a mom cry over a box of macaroni and cheese, it's so much more than that.
And so we see those boys probably know us, even though a lot of churches kind of help them or serve them. They probably know our missional community more than they know anyone else, and that's by design. And so there's just a huge need for them to hear from us that you matter. I hope that missional communities is maybe changing the reputation of the church, especially among people who may not follow Jesus, to see that we're not just asking you to come to our church, but we're actually bringing the church to you.
So we as a young church are so thankful that we have churches that are a part of a network and a group and a convention with us that aren't just thinking about themselves. They're not just thinking about their ministries and the things that they want to accomplish, but they care about what God is doing throughout our state. And as a young church without a lot of resources and a lot of funds, being able to take some of those funds that were given and allow them to help us share the hope of Jesus in our community here is such a blessing. And so just a special word of thank you to each one of you who gave, and your churches gave so faithfully to Janie Chapman and allowed ministry to happen, not just where you are, but in a kingdom way throughout our state, so that the hope of Jesus could be seen and known.